Get ready to speak Croatian, as Borna Barisic could be set to leave Rangers. You may be thinking, what about the transfer window? It closed last Friday. No, because the Croatian transfer window is still open. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and Germanjak doznenje Dynamo sile Borna Barisic ale dolasik jara renege na simu. So basically that means is Dynamo Zagreb want Borna Barisic, and it could be on the verge of happening. Now, I am not going to even a fucking attempt to read this in the slightest, because, I mean, look at this. Let's give it a fair actual attempt, right? So, where Barisic, right? Havrasacki reprezentacji UCG Suicide Nuju Godinunu Euro Firo Glasgow Rangers Zima. So there you go, Glasgow Rangers, they're in for Borna Barisic, right? And the question for me here is, do we allow Barisic to leave? Because I think Barisic has tested everyone's patience enough. I actually think, before that PSV game where he pretended to be injured, we all kind of know about that, and then, it looks like he's even bottled the old firm, because he looked like he was going to be ready, and anyway, he apparently failed a late fitness test. Bit of a shite bag for the son of a mafia boss, is what it is. Kind of reminds me of Anthony Soprano compared to Tony Soprano, because how I'm supposed to get a vasectomy and this is my male heir? That's what it fucking reminds me of, man. That's what it reminds me of. But you look at our options, right? We've got left back wise with Yilmaz and Sterling. Yilmaz is injury prone. Sterling, I actually thought was probably one of the better players against Celtic. I thought he was shite against PSV, but then again, I'm not going to blame one guy for the collapse. But what I would say is, I think genuinely, I'd get rid of Barisic. I'd rather, because he's is it this summer he's out of contract? It might be. Fucking learn, Rangers. We need to move on. Barisic can get assists, but he's awful at the back. It's a new era. You know what? Beale, you've got rid of a lot of good players who fans didn't really want rid of. I think it's time to get rid of a few players that we think are surplus to requirements and aren't good enough. And I know I'm actually going to put up there a poll and say, should we accept that Dynamo Zagreb offer? Because for me, yeah, I've had enough of Barisic. I really have. It's time to go. And I think we just need to honestly get rid of a lot of the dead weight, like that mentality. And I think we do. Yilmaz and Sterling, that's enough for me. I know Yilmaz always gets injured, but let's be real. I'm sure Leon King, Leon Balogun, they could fill out at left back for fuck's sake. Honestly, it's not the end of the world if Yilmaz gets injured and Sterling has to play there or gets injured. Just change it to a free at the back and play Matondo left wing back. There you go. Because Rabbi Matondo, can he really do a worse fucking job than how we've been defending at the minute? Honestly, I think that would probably be the best thing. If we were fucking that bare bones at the left back position, because Beale would probably be forced to change it in order not to have an actual left back sitting in there. Beale's got to try something, troops. Obviously he's going to be here for a decent bit longer. I know most of us want him gone, right? Some people want to keep him, which is fair enough. But I think everyone needs to realise that Beale ain't going. He will at least get to that League Cup final for me if we get to it. Obviously, if we lose the next 3 games in a row, he's probably away, right? But to be honest, if Brendan Rodgers lost 3 games in a row in the league, he'd probably be away too. But it's just at the end of the day, losing 2 games out of 4, it's unacceptable for me. And it is. And it's not just losing 2 games, right? It's deeper than that. The 2 games that we lost, we were absolutely abysmal. Absolutely abysmal. The Kelly game was probably fucking worse than the Old Firm. And for me, that tells you everything you need to know about that. And for Barisic, I'd accept it. Now, I don't actually know how much they're offering, but it's not going to be an insane amount of money, to be honest. I can't really tell for this article, but, most places are reporting it over in Croatia. So is this going to happen? I don't know, but I'm going to put up for a poll. I think most people actually probably want to get rid of Barisic. I want to get rid of him. He's probably not going to re-sign. It's time to move on. Probably should have got moved. Should have got moved on this summer, and we could have brought another defensive player in, but Bill things, I guess. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. We'll be back later on, career mode partner, and of course tomorrow we do have Scotland against Cyprus, so looking forward to that game. And then we've got Scotland against England on Tuesday, then it's back to next week, St Johnstone. We need to win at McDermott Park. It's as simple as that. But until then, leave your thoughts down below and peace.